Wow. Chelsea have finally gotten Estevao Willian. Estevao Willian, player who didn't even come off for a very, very long time. Finally, Chelsea are making a huge inroads on Estevao Willian. And there's updates on Estevao William, and that's exactly Inter was saying. When a lot of the clubs in Europe, and I've explained this before. First one, the reason why Barcelona and Real Madrid are not really inside is that the agent Andre Kerry has issues with Huni Khalifa, or in charge of everything Real Madrid in terms of player recruitment this man. And also there's a problem with Barcelona with respect to how they've handled Andre Roque. Yesterday, you remember, said Xavi in his press conference told everybody that he doesn't care about what agents say. He just deals with players, no, and then they are going to make a decision on Abrante Efreno, Victor Roque in the course of the season. So there is an issue pending between Andre Kerry and then Huni Khalifa and of course Xavi, and that's the reason why in Estevao Willian deal, no, as it stands now, still Chelsea are going through. Chelsea had a sense to say they have a large advantage in terms of getting the player. I mean, Estevao Willian. And I've told you, if you've not watched the player, you may not understand the kind of quality he has. Yes, Chelsea have some issues in terms of left-footed players that play on the right. But this boy is slightly different from Cole Palmer because he can play directly as a 10. And he is also a wide winger who can hug the width. You know, for Cole Palmer, Olise when they are no, so Momo back inside, they have to come inside, come and occupy the house pieces. This guy is a wide creator and a better dribbler and also has a better pace than Cole Palmer. So it is a big bargain for Chelsea. And you see, for a lot of the people in the South American market, they have said it time and again, say, this boy is the new Messi. And sometimes, yes, in terms of the development of a player, the thing is that you may have your projections, but ABI, the person will not end up fulfilling that potential. All of us have potentials in our various line of work, but ABI will not grow up to fulfill that potential that we had for whatever reasons that may come. It can be injury, it can be psychological issues and whatnot. But in terms of potential, in terms of what people who are expecting some of these boys are in Europe, in South America are saying here, he's a top boy. And the negotiations, no, it's advancing. Bayern have not sent in a bid. The last time I updated you, and I told you, that Bayern are sniffing in around Estevao Willian, but they've not sent in a bid for Estevao Willian as it stands now. Chelsea feel said they are in control, and the reason why Chelsea are in control of this Junior Messinho or Estevao Willian deal is simple, and that's what I'm about to explain in the next 4 or 5 minutes. First of all, if you look at Estevao Willian, the problems with the agents, not number one. Agents with the problem. Problem with the agents. The agent of the interact that takes care of his image rights and everything. And especially with Andre Kerry, with Huni Khalifa and the likes. Now, the reason why this is very important, they say, for Andre Kerry, he was sort of he wasn't working directly for Barcelona. But now so Barcelona for team, they do some job in South America for Barcelona. So for Andre Kerry, although he wasn't directly on the payroll of Barcelona, he used to work for Barcelona by extension. What Barca for they say, anytime he goes out to South America because he's from there, he has an agency over there. He gets the best talent. He brings them to them. They assess the players and they pick the best ones. And it's the same model. And Huni Khalifa, also started for Real Madrid. Madrid for started for him. And so, as you know, both of these two teams, Barcelona and the Real Madrid, are dominant in the South American market. Now, of course, and I talked about that Bali clearly. One of the plans in terms of the transfer strategy and then the sporting direction of the club, they said they will get the best talents in the world and they stockpile them. And they hope they will come together and either play well for Chelsea for them to win trophies and get revenue, or they can sell them and get revenue. So one of the things that the Clear League and the Todd Bowley consortium want to do is they want to diversify their source of revenue, not just about winning trophies. Before, Chelsea was just about winning trophies to get revenue. This time they want to diversify the source of revenue, which can be from player sales and whatnot. Now, by extension, that's just number one. Number two is that if you've seen in the last few weeks, Chelsea have almost announced a guy called Sam Jewell. And Sam Jewell, no, yeah, Jumama Brighton and Hove Albion. At Brighton and Hove Albion, he was in charge of the talent ID and recruiting for Global. And that's the same job Mbappe at Chelsea. He's in charge of the global talent identification, the global talent recruitment for Chelsea for global club model. And the first thing that they are doing is saying he's going to be in charge. He's going to be the head of other scouts or their links or their connects, especially in South America, in Africa, and in getting some of the best talent toward the various continents, not just in Europe. So immediately Sam J was starting a Jumano and he was on a gardening leave from Brighton. Immediately he started a job at Chelsea Football Club. Officially, he was going to do the job. The first job he wants to do to get done is that Esteban Willian has to be a Chelsea player. And that's the first job from Sam J. Chelsea have already started talking to Esteban Willian. But the plan is to make sure that by the time the transfer window properly opens, Esteban Willian is going to be a Chelsea player. It's going to come in. Mind you, this evening, today is Wednesday, Esteban Willian team Palmeiras, any Kendrick Payet team are going to play in the Copa Libertadores in the South American Champions League. They are going to play together. I think that they are going away to go and play Ecuador, Kendrick Payet team. And Chelsea already owns Kendrick Payet. Kendrick Payet is already a Chelsea player. So they are going to watch Kendrick Payet, and in watching Kendrick Payet, Ombesha Abrante and Esteban Willian. So Esteban Willian is very, very close to joining Chelsea. So if you're a Chelsea fan, you can go ahead and watch about him, read about him. I'll do a proper analysis on who Esteban Willian is as a player and how he adds to the team later. But this is just by way of update in terms of Chelsea Football Club, any Esteban Willian and everything that's going to go on in there. So you see, in the last few days, I was saying something about Ballon d'Or and Real Madrid and who Madrid are going to push to win the Ballon d'Or. I've seen something that the Madrid players and then Carlo Ancelotti have said. First of all, for Vinicius Junior, I'll say, I had done everything so that Jude can join us last summer. I hope he can score more goals to be on top of the scorer in the La Liga. 23 goals, 11 assists for Vini in all competitions. 23 goals, 12 assists for Bellingham in the competition. Then this is from Carlo Ancelotti. Carlo Ancelotti, don't forget, in the last few days, he told a journalist I was Spain, said he thinks that Vinicius Junior has to win the Ballon d'Or. And I think that is it. I don't think that Jude Bellingham will win the Ballon d'Or or be pushed by Real Madrid. I think that the main star boy for Real Madrid is Abrante and Vinicius Junior, and they are going to push him. The numbers are good, especially given that there are two more competitions to go there, Euros and then of course the Copa America that's going to go on. But I really do believe, say, Abrante Vinicius Junior is going to be the next Ballon d'Or winner in the yesterday, obviously. But before I go to that, let me say this: that Asema Ancelotti kind about Toni Kroos says, I would like to see Toni Kroos win the Ballon d'Or, but I don't think he will. But anytime, anything can happen. There is Euros 2024 in the summer. If he wins the Champions League and the Euros with Germany, he could fight for the Ballon d'Or. And of course, that's what means that everybody is going to have in it over there. Key week ahead for Real Madrid in terms of players that will stay or go, especially for Luka Modric. Very, very important. Luka Modric and then Nacho as well. So if you're a Madrid fan, if you're a Madrid star, make sure you keep your eye there. It's very important to see how that one pans out if you're a Madrid star. For Nacho, for Toni Kroos, we really want to see Toni Kroos have one more season our team and Real Madrid, or you expect that he's going to move on from there in that regard. Then, of course, last night, something huge happened. And I've said it several times. If you're a Chelsea fan in Enrana, you watch Manchester City, you should understand that it's a culmination of the work that's been done for over 5 years. And it is not just the job of the manager on the touchline. It's about the proper transfer strategy and the kind of players that they want to buy. And the player in focus, I make kind of myself, Stefan Ortega, second choice goalkeeper for team and friend Manchester City. Yesterday, the save no making is equal to a goal for Manchester City. It was a very important save because obviously Son Heung-min in front of post doesn't usually miss, but immediately Son Heung-min showed his body, saw the back of the far post. Ortega went down very quickly and opened up his body and won that. And I think that every time Manchester City have needed Ortega, Ederson Ebra, he had to step up and he steps up. Ball playing, saves, commanding of his backline. Every attribute and asymmetric Ademe Bezer goalkeeper, Stefan Ortega has been brilliant at it. And yet just the last game of one. Every time that you need Stefan Ortega to step up, he has been good. And yesterday was one of the things. And it goes back to talk about the quality of the transfer strategy at Manchester City for Kita Omri or the City Group of companies on. For me, that is the level every club would have to get to. Scouting of players. Look at how they did with Julian Alvarez. Look at what they did with there's this young boy from Argentina. all of these boys that they've gotten in the Ekivari, all of these boys are very, very important players, and Manchester City have a way of getting these players to come into them. And yesterday, Uti Asema, Kyle Walker came after the game. It is clear that they knew that they were going to go there to win. It wasn't about playing well, they just wanted to get a job done. And Kyle Walker said this: Arsenal fans tried to set fireworks of the night before, but they have missed us. He told Sky. And that is true. In there for Tima, they felt Real Madrid in there. So Manchester City, top respect, good football, and but Chelsea and then made our big game, and this is the reason why. And then we are joining you. I say Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. I've not even told anybody to subscribe yet, guys. If you've not subscribed to the channel, make sure you do what, subscribe to the channel, turn on notification. Not meant someone on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. It's important. You subscribe to the channel, you share the link to everybody, wherever that anybody finds themselves. Share the link to them. Let them have access to Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube, especially every fan of football. Share the link in there, subscribe to the channel, turn on notification. Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Now let's start. This evening, Chelsea were a very, very big game. And in that game, a fight for European places. And I've said it's depending on what happens in terms of the FA Cup final, then we can see if Chelsea are going to play in Europe or not. Because like I said, if Manchester United win it, and means that even 7th place, you own Europe ground more. 6th place, can go Conference League. Now, if Manchester United don't win it, it means that Chelsea possibly can even get to do the job of going to Europe with 7th place in terms of the Conference League, which is very, very important for Chelsea Football Club. And I've said it several times. Chelsea needs to qualify for Europe. I understand that Chelsea are trying to sell a stick of a mad team now, but still Europe gives extra revenue, and revenue team high now, and they will be more flexible in the transfer market coming next season. So in the 24-25 season now, they can plan better for there, they can have enough revenue on the books, and they can go in and try and spend. Brighton have not won against Chelsea except in the last 2 games on board last season, and that's the only time Brighton actually Chelsea. Chelsea have done very well in the first leg. Mauricio Pochettino was share Roberto Di Zerbi was also sharing the FA Cup, so there's a very high possibility say Obitina Sanchez, but they had let certain nitty-gritty say didn't come on. And again, the game against Nottingham Forest was very clear, and he spoke about the fact that the importance of the squad depth, and I said the in-depth of the squad now is very, very important, and that's exactly what Chelsea did. When the regular players are not playing well, Noni Madueke and Mihaly Modi, when we're not playing well, was able to throw in a certain hungry Raheem Sterling that came on to turn the head of the game, and then of course look at the quality of Rhys James and Brantia, their friend what's his name, Christopher Nkunku, that turned Chelsea's attack around. And I like the fact that when Chelsea were playing with Mark Kukurela inverted, which was the way to go, in the second half it was more varied. Sometimes Kukurela will come inside, sometimes Gusto will come inside, sometimes Rhys James, and there were a lot of rotations, and that's important. For a game like this, you need loads of rotations to sort of thwart the plan of the opponent, and that's what quality gives to you. And I'm chanced on this Chelsea forwards off the ball job, Omaye. I think this is going to be very important for somebody like Noni Madueke. The reason why there's an upturn of form when you're this time, and it's the off the ball job Omaye this time in the last few games has been very good. I think that genuinely has added to the reason why Chelsea if they can get the win against Brighton, and they need to do a very good off the ball job. They need to get quality off the ball job. They need to work hard without the ball, and that's what the best teams in the world do. Madrid, Manchester City, even Omonia, loads of possession. Liverpool, their off the ball job and their rest defense is excellent and almost spot on. Every time, even when you want to catch them on the break, they are always in there to deal with it. If you look at somebody like Raheem Sterling, will cover 99.5 kilometers in terms of off the ball, 9.5 kilometers per walkover. Noni Madueke, 10.7 kilometers. Nicolas Jackson, 10.4 kilometers. Cole Palmer, 10.8 kilometers. Mihaly Modi, 10.6 kilometers. And obviously, Conor Gallagher will cover 11.7 kilometers without a ball. And it tells you the importance of Conor Gallagher data-wise in that Chelsea team. Then you go back and look at the pressures without the ball. Raheem Sterling, 18.3, 183. Noni Madueke, 233. Jackson, 304. Cole Palmer, 253. Modric, 167. And then Abantia friend Conor Gallagher, 273. Of course, it means Jackson puts a lot of pressure because he leads the press up top. So he puts a lot of pressure. If you do the percentage-wise, Sterling is around 75.1. Noni Madueke, the pressure is not form, which is 68.8. Jackson 67.6, Cole Palmer 66.7, and then Abrante Inferno, Mihailo Modric 56.6%, and the time that they used to walk on the pitch, most of the times it's only 59.9%. Most of the times, and Abrante Inferno Gallagher and Nancy L. Park. So it tells you say he's a player that is constantly running and chasing the ball. Very, very important player for Chelsea Football Club. So this is where we end it. Of course, post-match analysis after our game now against Brighton. We'll bring it to you here at Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube Live. So if you not subscribe to the channel or subscribe, turn on notification. Do choose all. Thank you very much for choosing us. See you very soon. Bye.